Good morning, I'm Clinton Griffiths. USDA in its latest crop production reports forecasts record or near record corn and soybean crops, but the market's not liking that idea, sending soybeans into the red. Taking a deep dive into those numbers, the agency increasing yields for corn and soybeans this month. Corn now at 176.5 bushels an acre. That's up slightly from last month. Soybeans, they're at 51.5, up almost a full bushel. Corn production now standing at 15 billion bushels. That's up slightly from last month and up 6% from last year. Forecasters say it would be the second highest production on record. As for soybeans, production is now expected to be 4.45 billion bushels, up 2% from last month. Now, USDA says if that number holds true, it would be the highest production on record for the U.S. crop. Both corn and soybean production coming in slightly higher than the trade even guessed.
What we've seen from the seed companies is that there is a misconception out there that genetics have added bushels to the bottom. That's not the case. What they've done is these genetics have flattened the curve, and that curve is the reaction to adverse weather. So what we've really seen this year is those genetics really in play. And you talk to the seed companies, and they will tell you that as well, that they really haven't added bushels to the bottom. What they've done is they've negated the negative impact of poor weather on the top end.
So a bigger corn and soybean crop and also bigger ending stocks coming in higher than the trade guessed. For corn, forecasters say supplies are rising and use is falling. So stocks are raised 92 million bushels from last month, now predicted to be 1.5 billion bushels. Soybeans up 135 million bushels from September on higher crush and unchanged exports, now at 320 million bushels. And wheat, the bright spot here for the grain markets on Tuesday, coming in close to what was expected at 580 million bushels, the lowest U.S. ending stocks since 2007.
I think this report could have been worse for soybeans than it was. You look at the world stocks came in bigger than the September WASDE report. So that's adding to a little bit of the pressure here. And then you look at the corn and the wheat market. Corn world stocks bigger than expected. Wheat world stocks less than expected. Net between the two, feed grain stocks actually about unchanged month to month. And so I think you're going to continue to see wheat become the leader versus corn, and it needs to continue to make sure it's priced out of feed ration.